that get out there and make these visions and these goals a reality. So most people will give me credit for being the first American of African descent to be the mayor of Douglas. And that's fine. I think that's a great honor. But also, I may be the first mayor that actually had to get up and go to work to earn a living. So I look at the city employees how I want to be looked at my job. I want to be respected. I want to earn a comparable salary. I want my benefits to be where I can afford them. There's a difference in having benefits that you can't afford.
Yeah.
So when I look at the city employees, I want the city employees to have a voice. I want them to understand that the mayor of the city of Douglas has them at heart, because the majority of the day, I'm an employee and I look at things from an employee standpoint.
Well, appreciate sharing that, and I hope that employees are watching this and got a sense of your focus on that. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back with more Mayor Tony Paulk. Welcome back to Douglas on My Mind, and once again we have with us Mayor Tony Paulk, and we've been sharing some insight and some information that he's shared with us about his vision, some things that he on the campaign trail has been discussing with citizens, and we've previously just talking about the youth, which I think is admirable that he's going to look at a youth council. I think Georgia Henderson, who I'm taking the place of right now, is already working on that as we speak.
Correct.
So hopefully that'll be up and running before you know it, and we'll have information out on that. But now I want to talk about another piece of passion that you been talking about, to me specifically, concerns about how we educate our citizens, in regards to our customers as well. Utility bills has been one of the things that you had concerns, and I got staff working on some of that, which is very, very, I like the barbershop story that you tell me about that. So kind of give them a little background on this, because it'll help people understand why the concern that you have about educating the citizens and help them, being more simplistic about how we share information and help people understand what's going on with the city as far as utilities and other things.
Correct. Basically, as Mr. Jacobs alluded to, at the barbershop, I spent a lot of time down at New Me Barbershop with Kent Paulk and Kermit James, and we were discussing the utility bill. And a citizen said, well, my light bill is $450. I said, well, I don't think that your light bill is $450. So we actually took a look at the light bill, and I was explaining this to Kermit and Kent and Goo and anybody else that was in there, is that the city actually sends a utility bill instead of an electric bill, where you have trash debris, you could have water and sewer, you could have gas, you could have electric. And this case in particular that we were discussing is the lady actually ended up, her electric bill was actually $170. Well, she didn't pay her entire bill from the previous. So that's why she actually had a utility bill of $430 or $450. Well, on my cell phone, my personal cell phone, I keep the Georgia Public Service Commission.
Correct.
To show the comparison of the city rates to Satilla and Georgia Power. Well, when I explained this to Kermit James and the guys down at the barbershop, they was like, hey, I see this. Yes, are there some times and some incidents where Georgia Power rates are better than the cities of Douglas? Yes, and I agree to that. It's public information and everybody is entitled to that information. But Georgia Power or Satilla does not provide police protection. They don't provide fire protection. They don't maintain the streets, parks and recreation. There are a number of things that the city of Douglas provides by being in the utility business. And after I explained that, Kermit and the rest of the young men in the barbershop was like, okay, that makes sense now. And a 10 or 15 minute conversation, I had 5 citizens that had a better understanding of the utilities. And I think that we can do that with taxes. I think that people need to understand what Dale Batten does in community development, the hard work that Chief White puts in down at the fire department, or even in customer service. These things gives us an opportunity to educate.
Right. And so obviously helping educate, hopefully that will help people to understand. And when they have those opportunities of sharing information with the next person in line or the next person that they come across, they can get the story correct.
Correct.
And that's the biggest challenge, and trying to help people be agents of good information versus agents of misinformation.
Correct.
Right. So the last question, and I'll let you handle it however you want to handle it.
Okay.
You know, obviously one of the things that you said at the meeting last, maybe it wasn't at the meeting, or maybe it was a discussion with me and you, the personal Tony Paulk. I mean, take the mayor off. The personal Tony Paulk.
Okay.
In relationship to you as a person. And I know you said you kind of assertive, or you use aggressive, but I'm gonna use assertive.
Assertive. Okay.
But I, you know, the true nature of who you are as a father, as a husband, and you know, and everything that you are person, because you're a different person when you go home in regards to that. So kind of tell us a little bit about it. Let's get into your household a little bit, just a little bit. You don't have to go too deep.
We won't go too deep. Well, I've been married for 28 years to First Lady Chevelle. My wife is a registered nurse. My baby daughter, Destiny, she is going to graduate from Georgia Southern at the end of this year. My oldest daughter, Kiara, just finished her master's degree as a nurse practitioner, and she'll be going to Atlanta to start studying for the test. Basically, when I get home, my wife says I turn my brain off. As soon as I walk in the door, I turn my brain off. My wife's like, I can't believe you go over there and you run that federal office and you want to be the mayor. As soon as you walk in, turn brain off. So my wife and my wife is my best friend. We spend a lot of time together. I'm a family man. I love, and this is not an admission to my mother, missionary Louise Baker, and my Uncle Jesse, but I get a certain joy out of aggravating my mom and my uncles and my aunts. I mean, that brings me joy. Although some people think that I like to talk a lot, but I'm a very private person. I have a very small circle of friends. I go to Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor Simpson. I've been a lifelong member of Pleasant Grove. I always tell folks, I say, look, the left side of the church and the right side of the church loves me because I don't hold no office. Everybody loves me. And then as far as community involvement, I'm not really on any community boards or anything like that, but I mentor at any given time 5 or 10 young men. Right now I've taken under my wing Decarius Clark, we call him D. Clark, and Tyree Simpson. Those are my 2 little gentlemen that I'm spending a lot of time with, trying to teach them what I know. And as far as looking at the community as a whole, I tell individuals all the time, Roundtree Center is important to me. I've climbed every tree out there. I've thrown sticks up in the pecan trees and sold pecans. I fell out of the trees. I played basketball from sun up to sundown. So basically, who is Tony Paulk? Tony Paulk is a pretty easy guy to get along with. I try to be understanding and respectful, and then I like to take vacation. Love to enjoy life. Getting ready to retire from the Social Security Administration in 4 years, and that's about it.
Okay, well, good. Well, we deeply appreciate you coming on the show.
You're welcome.
We hopefully have an opportunity to know a little bit more about you as far as that. I think a lot of times people don't they judge a book by what they see on the surface, not knowing
Correct.
the heart of a man. And I think you have the heart of Douglas. I think you have the passion for this community, and I hope that the viewers are gonna see that in this. And I appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
And we're gonna have our retreat next weekend.
Looking forward to
And
it.
hopefully it'll be a great opportunity for us all to share and get our thoughts and ideas out on the table to help the citizens that we serve. Now we're gonna have a fitness bud by Mrs. Gina Gibbs.
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm here to tell you what's going on with your Douglas Coffee County Park and Recreation. Get your pen and pencil because there's a lot going on February and March. So first of all, I want to encourage everyone to come to Wiregrass Artist Guild Children Art Festival. It's March the 12th from 10 to 3. Parents, your child may be picked for your art to be shown. We'll have all the schools. So we want to encourage you to come. We'll also have hand-on artists doing demonstration. Children will leave making some type of art. Again, that is March the 12th from 10 to 3. That'll be in Gym B at Central Square. You can call me at 383-7332 for more information about that. And don't forget, Easter's early this year, so our Tiny Talk Ed Hunt is also March the 19th. Come early at 10 and get your picture took. I want to thank City of Douglas and the Fire Department and Police Department and the Kiwanis Club for participating. We'll have Easter Bunny, Fire Pup, and McGriff will be there. So this is a free event. Come at 10, get your pictures, but it starts right at 11 sharp. You'll be reminded in hearing more about that. I'm so excited about Miss Karen Merritt. She is our contract labor art person. If your child has ever took one of her classes, you know her name. So February 6th, she'll be doing a Be Mine Valentine Arts and Craft, ages 4 to 7. This is from 9 to 12:30. Bring a white t-shirt. You can call Miss Karen at 592-6766, or you can call Gina with Douglas Park and Recreation at 383-7332. It's on a Saturday. We're trying to do more Saturday classes. Parents can go shopping while the kids do arts and crafts. Also, I'm really excited about this. This is a knitting and loom. Now, it's not a big loom. You can buy it at Arts and Crafts store. It's about 6 rings. You can get it at Walmart or any craft store. She'll be doing Learn a New Hobby, knitting with a loom, February the 6th on a Saturday from 1:30 till 5 at the south end of the Art Center. That's 200 East South Madison. Also, she'll be doing a St. Patty's Day Arts and Crafts with decorating cookies and cupcakes and cards and scavenger hunt. Lots of fun at your Art Center. That is March the 5th as well. From 9 to 12:30. Want to encourage each of you, if you heard something, Arts and Crafts is so good for our children, help stimulate them. She'll also be doing March 5th and Easter. We got St. Patty's Day and Easter kind of come together, but that also is on March 5th from 1:30 to 5, and it'll be cookies, and they'll be decorating eggs and having lots and lots of fun. Want to encourage you, don't let this cold weather make you just sit. We still have our arthritis class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and our water aerobics will be starting again, starting in March. So don't let that cold weather keep you from moving, because it's so important. I'm Gina. I hope to see you at Douglas Coffee County Park and Recreation, 383-7332, or email me at fitness@cityofdouglas.com. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to Douglas on My Mind, and we're deeply appreciative to have with us Miss Blondell Thomas. She's no stranger to Douglas on My Mind. I think you've done Douglas on My Mind before, and you've actually hosted it as well. So she's a wealth of information. Anybody need anything to know about Douglas, Blondell Thomas is that person, and we appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
And as I stated at the top of our show, we want to talk, I think you're going to talk a little bit about our Citizen Academy, and let's back up on the history a little bit, kind of roundabout. How long have we incorporated the Citizen Academy, and what's that date? How many years ago?
We have been doing the Citizen Academy program now for, I think we started in 2010. We started fairly early.
Right.
We've done it for a few years. We had 2 successful years, and then as long as we have sign up of at least 12 persons each year, we try to have at least 1 per year.
Right. and kind of explain what the whole emphasis is around the Citizens Academy in regards to that, because people might think they're going to the military or the police academy. It's not about that, so kind of help.
Right.